Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. We're set for today's videos. Tuesdays I try to test my palate, drink something outside my norm, etc., etc. Or the best thing I can do, a mystery beer, because I have literally no idea what this is. Billy, thanks so much for sending it. I really appreciate it. So, I think, the last one I did was also courtesy of Billy. And man, it was, oh man. It was one of those ones like after the fact, I was so mad at myself. I'm like, you said cherry lambic, but you didn't taste any cherry. Why would you say that? Like stuff like that. But I got it in my head because it had that Belgian-y, like wild, sour kind of thing. So I'm like, well, it makes me think lambic. But anyway, so this time I'm going to really try not to get, like, first idea in my head, stick with it. I'm going to try to be like, what am I actually experiencing? Definitely looks like it has some sort of fruit, probably berries or berry added to it. You got about a finger ahead, which is, tinted pink, pretty compact bubbles. And then the liquid itself it reminds me of like the color of black cherry, like candies. Like it's that kind of like this purplish red pink color. Can't really see through it, almost brown in the dead center, I suppose. So this does make me think something with cherries, but let's get to the aroma. Or am I getting in my head again? Yeah, I mean, this smells like some sort of, you could tell me cherry or like berries that aren't, like there's not sugar added, so they kind of have a tartness to them. But it's not an overly tart smell. There is some sweetness to it. It's not like super... like black cherry ice creamy or something. Like it's not like that sweet or anything, but yeah, it's got this fruit element, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of, I want to say tartness. Also, it just smells really good, just to put that out there. Like I really like this smell. Let's see about the taste. Cheers. Thanks again, Billy. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's somewhere. It's more cherry than blueberry to me. There's something there. There's a minerality which has thrown me off a little bit, because I'm thinking like adjuncts, and I don't think it's like an adjunct. But this aftertaste is interesting. It's a dry, somewhat alcohol, kind of reminds me of red wine, but it's not like really big red wine notes at all. Recently did a video with Keith from 93 Lumber, spelled out, that should air before this, and that was port barrel aged. It was a stout, and it had some port elements, but it was very red wine specific, red wine barrel specific. This isn't as big of that, but it's like kind of what's reminding me of in this finish. And I feel like there's a little bit of alcohol, but I don't get in the taste. When the finish, there's like this, some of the dryness seems like alcohol. Like I don't know if he's trying to mess with me, because this does taste to me like a cherry beer. It doesn't have a huge Belgian-y thing to go full lambic, but it's very cherry forward. The more I sip it, the more I get cherry than any sort of blueberry. But I do think there's something else going on, but it's definitely nothing that's standing out in my mind. And going back to the alcohol, I don't taste alcohol on the sip. So like that, I always struggle with ABV. It's probably what I'm worst at. And I don't get a good handle on it. There's a slight sour tartness to it. Yeah, I think this is just straight up cherry lambic, not heavy on the Belgianness. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's something else in there. It doesn't seem to have a salinity. I don't get like cocoa powder or cinnamon. Like I'm trying to think of like stuff someone might put into a beer like this. this extra little bit of minerality, but again, without any sort of salinity to it. It doesn't taste salty. Drink's very juicy. Like again, like the taste, I don't get alcohol, which makes me want to go low, but this little bit of drying in the finish. I'm gonna go 6.5% cherry lambic. But again, I don't think it's a particularly Belgian-y tasting cherry or beer, Belgian-y beer. And also because he was so excited, he's like, I found the perfect one to send. Makes me think it's like something crazy that I'm just missing. Or does he mean I'm actually going to send you a cherry lambic because that's what you guessed last time? Oh. Where's there we go. Oh, okay. It's Delirium Red, so the Belgian thing, even though I kept minimizing, I don't get a huge Belgian note, but I don't know what makes this red. I don't know what makes Delirium Red. Belgian ale with cherry and elderberry. Okay, yeah, so I feel great about this. Well, let's see what the ABV is. 8% ABV. Okay, so like I was saying, I'm not great at ABV. So Belgian ale. So yeah, it's not a lambic, and it doesn't have enough sour tartness for me to go there, which I said. It's cherry, and then I kept saying blueberry. Ended up being elderberry. So I feel pretty good. Like in an infinite number of lifetimes, I wouldn't have said elderberry. It's not a. I don't know if I've ever had elderberry on its own. You know. So I knew a berry component. Definitely figured out the cherry. Knew Belgian. Knew that it wasn't super sour tart, so not like a lambic or a wild. I mean, except for the ABV, I think I did really well on this one. I'll say B+. I could see some people giving a little higher. I'm gonna say B+, because the ABV I was off. But yeah, this was just really good. Again, to say that, I know I said I like the aroma, but I also like the taste, if I forgot to say that. Billy, I hope this was some redemption. Everyone else watching, I hope this is some redemption after the last one. How do you guys feel I did, though? Let me know in the comment section below. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype beer reviews about those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.